So this next one that's coming up, I fully believe this will be the type of communities that the people will want to live in. The glass canoes or kayaks, that's interesting, but just look at that shape right there. You got this central kind of courtyard aisleway. Like, think about how neighbors are going to want to talk to each other across their terraces in the morning. Hey, Gladys, oh, Morgan, what a wonderful morning. Oh, it's a beautiful morning, right?
Right.
Look at that shit. And they got little islands in the pool area, in that central water feature area, and just the non-linear, like it's rounded and curved, and it's got all the, it kind of brings the jungle inside while also the jungle is outside.
Yeah. I think there will be people who will only want to visit something like that.
100%.
There will be some people who will want to primarily live there and then maybe take vacations to other places, because a lot of us still are going to want to travel outside of where we have decided to live. Yeah. But there's going to definitely be people who want to live there permanently,
and I would
not
imagine,
just for a vacation.
I would imagine like what we will see is like the increase of people who have, like, depending on what ownership will even look like, because I'm certain there'll be some form of ownership, right? The modern human needs that, right? I need my private cave, my private blah, 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 but I think that there'll be some form of, I think we'll see a greater number of like dual houses, right? Dual locations, snowbirders essentially, right? Because I think the bulk of humans probably, I want to be here sometimes, but I'd love to be there sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. And now, like you were mentioning, whether that takes the form of, I live in this place for 6 months of the year and I travel to that place for a month, that place for a month, that place for a month, that place for a month. And then I go back home, right? And I reconnect with all my friends, reconnect with all my family, I reconnect with all my established, my established relationships in the places I like, and I refill all my subscriptions to whatever, blah, blah, blah,
Right.
Could be that. Could be I spend 6 months here, I spend 6 months there. I spend 4 months here, I spend 8 months there, mm-hmm. But I think we'll definitely see an increase of that snowbird, of the 2-location place, right?
Yeah.
And I think you had mentioned too that there will definitely be people who choose to just, like, this is where I want to live. And then, but I, just basically like the standard norm today, right? I live here 365 every year, every day, every year, right? But I take a 2-week vacation and I go visit that jungle, community that I saw in that one video, right? And next year, maybe I'll take a week vacation and we go to that cave city that we saw in Turkey in that one movie where it had all those ancient cave dwellings that modern people were living in, whatnot. Mm-hmm. I absolutely think that there's going to be a varied style of how people do it, for sure. Just because that's the way it is today. That's the way I would imagine it has probably always been. Again, this species, this is not a new species. Right. None of our behaviors are new, right? The shit that we've been doing, that we do today in mass categorization, we've done that for the last 1,000 years. We know that because we have good records. We've done that for the last 2,000 years. We know that because we have fairly good records. We've done that for the last 4,000 to 6,000 years. We know that because we have somewhat good records. So my presumption is that what makes people think we weren't doing that 12, 20, and 30, 40, 60, right? Same fucking creature.
Every time we go back a little bit further, we find evidence a little bit further,
right?
A little bit further. Like, there's going to be a point where,
at some point that we will just know that, yes, 250,000 years ago, they were building the same types of villages like Teotihuacan, real big, complex.
We'll get the evidence eventually, but
yes, for sure. Because we're too clever of a creature, mm-hmm. and we love to do so many things, right? I mean, like,
such a variety.
Yes, there's no end. Thank you. There's no end to the variety of stuff we want to do, stuff we want to taste, stuff we want to see, stuff we want to hear, it's amazing.